southeast Queensland has been rattled by a magnitude 5.6 earthquake. The tremor was felt in 2 states. Our reporter Lexi Hamilton-Smith has more from Brisbane.
Look, it was about 260 kilometres north of Brisbane in an area called Mergen or Kilkilvan, which is near Gympie. Not a very highly populated area, but nevertheless, thousands and thousands of people have felt this earthquake, the 5.6 magnitude. Initially, we thought it was pretty close to the Earth's surface of about, say, 2 kilometres, but Geoscience Australia has just changed that and said the depth was now more like 10 kilometres, with more than 11,700 reports filed to people from Rockhampton, as far down as Sydney, where you are. You probably didn't feel it, but I'm a bit embarrassed to say, because it happened around 10 a.m. I was actually still in bed. I'm sleeping in because I'm working late tonight. So I felt it and thought, oh, is the washing machine on? Like the whole house is shaking. I came down and spoke to my partner, who was having a cup of tea watching TV, and he thought I was going crazy and dreaming. So we all felt it, don't worry. Even in the ABC newsroom, the TVs shook. People in South Brisbane here, where the high rises are, say the whole building shook for about 5 seconds. Cats and dogs went crazy. So, you know, not dangerous obviously at this point, but for a lazy Saturday morning, it's been a little bit of a shock for people to have the earthquake and for it to be so widespread being felt by people.
Absolutely, and those few seconds do sort of feel like a lot longer than 5 or 6 seconds in the moment, that's for sure. Has there been any damage?
Yeah, look, we're still trying to find out. We've got reports from Mergen where people are saying bricks have fallen off buildings. We haven't heard of any sort of cracking or rattling of foundations, so it seems like we probably got off pretty lightly. There was a gentleman that we've just interviewed from Mergen who just says, John Robertson, he owns a news agent there, and he says the power went out. His house kind of shook a little bit, and shelves, things fell off the shelves, stuff fell off. The water tank is pouring water out, but there's no real damage. We had about 12,000 people without power. All our public transport is being reviewed. The trains have been slowed down, and the Sunshine Coast Rail network has been stopped at this point while they check for any damage. But look, at this point, I think, as I said, we were lucky. Not much damage, but a little bit to talk about over coffee, certainly on a Saturday. And Mel, I know you probably weren't born in 1989, but I covered the Newcastle earthquake, of course, which was a similar magnitude, and 13 people died back then and at least 160 injured. But, of course, that was right in the middle of a big city centre, and that's why so much damage was done. So the blessing, of course, is that this was hit in a country area, not many residents actually at that epicentre, so we have been very lucky this time.
Yes, good news for now at least. Lexi Hamilton-Smith in Brisbane for us. Thank you. Earlier, the Queensland Premier David Crisafulli commented on the quake.
I don't think anybody expected to wake up to that today in Queensland. Things falling off mantelpieces. People have told me they thought that their partner was out the back with a jackhammer. There's been some amazing stories that have come through, and we obviously are waiting to see damage, and we hope everyone is okay. This is only just unfolding now, but it's certainly not what we expected this morning in Queensland, that's for sure. My phone's lit up by friends and colleagues, and they've all got different stories, and there's no doubt it certainly wasn't on people's bingo card this morning.